Greetings and salutations, folks, and welcome to Man of Medan, a Dark Pictures anthology, which, it was a game that I've been pretty excited for, especially because it's from the makers of Until Dawn. It's in the style of Until Dawn. Although clearly, the timing of my playing this is kind of interesting, considering that I played Quantum Break recently. And Quantum Break happens to star Shawn Ashmore, and he's also in Man of Medan, so clearly I'm just following that specific actor from project to project. But no, I really enjoyed Until Dawn back in the day, and that's pretty much the main reason I wanted to jump on this. I don't know what they plan to do with the Dark Pictures anthology idea. Largely because when Until Dawn came out, it wasn't really considered part of a set. Man of Medan is considered as part of a set, now including Until Dawn and this game. But when Until Dawn came out, I believe Until Dawn was originally supposed to be like an on-rails shooter. And that's what Until Dawn, the VR game, I forgot what it's called, eventually became. It eventually kind of went back to the roots of Until Dawn's original idea, to showcase that, as opposed to like the quick time button pressing decision choose your own adventure style that eventually became. I'm told that this is essentially more of the same, more quick time button pressing, decision making. I've got a group of young, attractive actors, and it's up to me to determine who lives and who dies. With Until Dawn, I was mostly successful. I think I got like 2 people killed, so we'll see how well this goes. Now, what's kind of interesting about this game is that now they've added a multiplayer feature. I mean, I'm not going to use it, but it's still kind of interesting that it's there. Alright. The theatrical cut. The alternate path. A curator's cut. Play the alternate path through the story. Interesting. I'm gonna have to look up what that is, because if it's, depending on how different it is, that's gonna change whether or not I actually worry about the curator's cut. Also to note, at some point in time, I have decided that like trying to get the best ending in this sort of game is a losing fight, especially if you don't know what's going to happen next. There's always the chance for failure. The ending that you get is just the ending you get. Kind of like, consider... Recently, I played, not recently, I guess. I played Detroit Become Human on this channel. And you control 3 different characters, who can each die by the end of the game. One of them did for me. So there's a certain amount of content I actually did not get to experience because my character did not survive. But I have no intention of going back, changing my decisions, looking at alternate story options. The story that I played through is just the story I got. The same held true for games such as Heavy Rain, The Walking Dead. The Wolf Among Us. Okay, I seem to have forgotten subtitles. So let us fix that real quick, like. Also convenient that you can change it mid-cutscene. But then again, if the whole game is a cutscene...
Stop the presses.
What?
Looks like old Charlie Charming's got a little business to attend to.
Charlie Charming's gonna get nothing.
Can I fight?
Hey, give me a quarter.
He speak...
Why?
Gonna find out my future. Let's have it. What's in store for me, Pop?
Is he the Man of Medan?
有疑问吗？
Tell me about my son. Will I be rich or say nothing?
I guess I just want to know about my son. Will he, is he gonna grow up all right? Things gonna work out for him?
How's my son gonna be? I need to make sure that he's doing all right back there at home. Bamboo tile sounds nice and safe. Dragon tile does not. Dragon tile sounds more awesome. Dragon tile is of the heart. Bamboo tile is of the head.
看这张牌，告诉我，你
I see a red tile. I'm glad that we've discussed this. Let's pick it up. Ah, it is a fish.
It looks like a fish?
Alright. It looks like a salmon.
财富可能来自任何方向。
Your fortune may come from any direction,
当这样的风吹来，
like a mysterious wind.
死亡和厄运
Death and doom are
肯定会
sure
随
to
之而
follow.
来
Death? Wait, what? What does that mean? Hey, what does that mean? What the hell, man?
Traits updated. Huh. Okay, that's something I wasn't expecting. The idea that, like, there are going to be past characters that might be... I don't know how much development this character is going to have on the full game. But he's only a little eager, kind of selfish, a little guarded, very reckless, very insecure, and
Hey,
altruistic.
bud, let me get a go at it.
Oh yeah? Think you got the stuff?
你能比你的朋友打得更好吗，勇士？
Fight? Sure. Let me
But-
get a quarter.
Gonna start a tab.
But I don't know how well my friend
I'll
did,
give it a
so
whirl.
I'm guessing this is the part where I press the buttons. Take that. And that. Ah, it's on a timer now. I need to move fast. Oh. Duck weave. Move like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Rumble, young man, rumble. Ah. I think that was just barely in time. Oh, yep, everything's going a little bit faster. Ah, damn. It got me.
你来玩。Have a nice day.
I kind of like that celebratory gesture.
Hey, Chuck, we better get back to the ship. We don't want to get stranded.
Come on, man. Just let me ask another question.
We really need to get back.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to get stranded off the boat in the middle of China. Especially considering, like, I don't know what era this is taking place in. World War II? Vietnam? Probably Vietnam, if I had to guess. Huh. Okay, I have a theory as to what's going to happen. That boat is going to sink. Then, Joe's son, while traveling on boat with his friends, because his journey takes place on a boat, happens to take its way over to, yeah, I think it's Vietnam.
Hey, man. Hey, where's my 50 cents?
50 cents? What 50
Okay.
In my medical opinion, these men appear to be drunk off their rear ends.
That is quite the accurate
To the
opinion.
medical ward. Throw the other in the brig and keep him there.
So yeah, and then his son goes off on a boat adventure with his friends, and whatever was kept inside of those boxes. The boxes with the mysterious skulls painted on their frame. Oh. Okay. Alternate theory. This boat becomes filled with crazy people. And it becomes kind of like a haunted boat. A ghost boat. If you wish. Why didn't they need him more sedated? Like... Huh. Or is that a dream that he had? That he needed to be kept sedated? Oh, ooh. Oh, hello. Oh, how very, what's it called? L.A. Noir. To Pops. Come back soon, Pops. Well, you see, that's when Pop went off to the war. Let's see, what else have we got? Ooh, we got a drawer. Or cabinet. No.
What the hell?
But he has a key. I didn't even know I needed a key. Like... It's... The whole pausing, like, right in front of picking up items feels kind of odd. It's like trying to remind you that the game is still a game and that you're interacting with the environment. But at the same time, it creates this kind of, like, unnatural means of interaction because it's like, okay, as a player, you're going to recognize the interaction. Maybe not necessarily right away. It's going to take, like, if I press X here, it's going to zoom in, and then, okay, now I know I can pick it up. But it's like the hand rests for a second there. It'd be like, oh, like, I know most people, whenever they're picking up and interacting with objects in real life, they kind of just hold their hand directly in front of what they're trying to interact with for a few seconds before they actually pick it up. Also, I wonder how much of that gas that escaped was like a hallucinogen. Oh, great. Oh, yes. I do definitely enjoy this cramped camera angle, even though I also recognize... Oh, hold on. I can't actually move in that direction. So I do recognize that it's meant to increase stress due to its, what's it called? Due to its cramped quarters.
Howdy, Charlie. How's your time off?
Just get me out of here already. What the hell's going on up there? I heard aircraft and gunfire.
Me too. And there was a corpse
What?
in the sick bay.
Something's wrong. Let's get out of here.
They are correct. Actually, let's take a look, see if there's anything to interact with in the brig. Huh. There's a safe. There's a safe in the brig. Okay. In that Private Charles Anderson, on leave from duty, did display intoxication in a manner not becoming of a member of the U.S. Army. Private Anderson was engaging with another soldier in a drunken argument. It is the opinion of the arresting officer that this would lead to a public brawl. A public brawl on the surface of an empty ship, and steps were taken to ensure that both men were returned to their ship. They were on the ship. I wonder if, like, that note was written under the idea that the fight would take place off of the ship, but that section of gameplay was just never developed, so they just kind of moved the fight onto the ship to save costs. Small items belonging to senior officer found in Miller's locker. Items recovered and returned to owner. David Davis. What an unfortunate name. David Davis trespassed 2 days brig found off limits in cargo hold 3A with no reason to be there. Flagrant disregard for orders. And on Friday, Louis Brand, public intoxication, found drunk and acting inappropriately for U.S. Army personnel while on shore leave. Robert Reed, public intoxication, acting inappropriately. Public intoxication seems to be a popular one. No private intoxication allowed. Okay. So this has become a rhythm game. Huh. Bump, bump. It's the captain guy. He's probably freaking out a little bit because... And bump, 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 bump. Huh. Okay, that is making me think that there's some sort of hallucinogenic effect going on, considering the fact that he just charged without reason. Down the hall. Also, this is for all the twists.
What was that?
You know, not every jump scare has to have a big, loud clanging noise to announce its presence. But yeah, that hallucinogenic might be spreading throughout the ship.
Hey, Charlie, help!
Also, where did he charge out? Also, I was started to say, something about, there we go, just barely.
Fuck no. Yeah, you said it. Foobar and then some.
Like, there's a lot of twists and turns in the inside of this boat. But overall, it's very linear. Also, somebody done shot that fella. Can I examine you, sir? No, I can't. I'm not a medical examiner, so might as well move on with my life. You cannot move on with yours.
God damn, another stiff?
Oh, damn it, Buckley. Last time I saw him in the mess hall, he was fit as a fiddle.
Now his eyes are white. He's got no wounds, though. There are no gunshots on him. Let's see, is that, like, it has kind of like this light that points you at what can be... Oh, here, nope, there we go. That which can be interacted with or not. sometimes when you try to make your camera angles as cinematic as possible, it can be tricky to figure out exactly where you are as a character. Ooh. I got the walk past a button. Which is very useful.
So, is it just me, or are you getting a real strange feeling right now?
Do I look like a guy who likes to talk about his feelings?
You look like a mess on wheels, Chuck.
I ain't the only one.
There are dead people around.
Hey, Chuck?
There are jump scares
See that kid
about.
over there?
No? You feeling alright?
That's an alternate question. Maybe certain people are more or less susceptible to the hallucinogen.
Charlie, get over here.
And that's the thing, they haven't actually seen an enemy. And as the player, you already know that there's the gas coming out of the weird skull-marked boxes. You know that Joe is seeing things, so it almost kind of feels a little bit too heavy-handed on the idea that there is no actual enemy. So, or maybe that's something closer to like one of the deaths I could have avoided in Until Dawn, which I didn't because I sucked, dealt with the villains of the story apparently being able to mimic characters. And I believe the game actually tells you that they can mimic characters before.
Charlie!
Yeah, I think I'm going to be offered a prompt to shoot something. I'm just not gonna take it. See how well this goes. It appears that I've been stabbed. Okay, so I called the game's bluff, and the game called me on my inaction. Was that an actual ghost?
Is anyone there? Hello? Can anyone out there hear me? Oh, come on! Come on, damn it!
What the hell is that?
Also, who's calling out to give them their location? If he's... like, if he's trying to, send a message out by... I don't think that tiny cross is going to help you, sir. Also, this kind of reminds me of the movie Ringu versus The Ring, because like you look at the American version of The Ring, and like everybody's faces are like horribly dark and twisted in death. Ooh, a version of the song from Until Dawn.
Won't you spare me over till another year?
So, but in the original Japanese movie, like, everybody's just kind of like, they're just still with their mouths open. So it's like, okay. You can see the fear in their eyes. Okay, so I don't think I really care about this version as much as I like the original one. I don't think I really need, or should I say wanted, like a rock version of it. I guess it's fine enough. But I suppose it also provides like a little bit of a connection between Until Dawn and Man of Medan. Aside from the fact that it appears the villains in this story are kind of like twisted versions of men, and considering that in the original, in Until Dawn, that's more or less what goes on. Now, I wonder if this guy is related to the curator, like the curator's cut. Like how Until Dawn has kind of a narrative structure that kind of bounces between psychological readings provided by, I forget the actor's name. He's great, but
and welcome to my repository.
A little bit of a cliche classic song, but I guess it fits. Welcome to my repository.
I am the curator of stories. Stories of love and hate, greed and beauty, life and death. Stories such as this one. I'm here to record the story you choose to tell. You see, this tale is only part written, and the choices you make will complete it, and determine whether the lives of those with whom you are interfering continue to flourish, or whether they are snuffed out.
Whether they live or they die.
You see, we each make decisions according to our own moral compass. And we have to live with those decisions or die by them. But you shouldn't fear death. It is, after all, inevitable. It is the tax one pays for having lived, and it comes, eventually, to everybody. Still,
I kind of like
none of
that
us want
line.
for it to come too soon.
No.
Do we?
We'd like to defer our payments.
As in life, the actions you take matter. The choices you make will affect others. I'll be keeping a close eye on your progress. It's not my place to interfere, but I might be persuaded to offer the occasional hint. Here's one for free. There are pictures in this world that can show you some possible futures. If you
So
can
kind
find
of
them
like
and
the
study
totems
them,
in
they
Until
may
Dawn.
just help you to make better decisions. Or should I say, decisions that result in the outcomes you would prefer. That's all for the moment. We'll talk again soon enough. We'll have
All
the
right.
opportunity to account for all the actions that you've taken, or whatever mess you've made.
Countless messes. Uncontrollable messes. Alright. That was a nice cut from one section to the other. Witty. Oh, that's just Brad. He's described as witty. For a second, I thought he was named Duke of Milan. I thought he was just named Motivated Alex, Julia's boyfriend.
Think we got enough?
If we run out, we can always call for backup.
So, look. I've never been down there before.
down?
The water, diving. Or maybe you could show me how the pros do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah?
I mean, are you serious you came out here without taking any lessons?
Kinda, yeah.
I honestly don't care for either.
I wanted to. I just didn't have time, you know? I had to work all summer.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Okay, I'm okay with that response, actually.
Whoa, careful. That dive cam is, like, super expensive.
Little bro, be cool.
What?
Julia and Conrad are, you know, how do I say it? Super fucking loaded.
So?
So don't sweat the little stuff, man. It's not cool. Don't make me regret letting you tag along.
Dude, you know I'm not, like, the best around new people. Or whatever. Shut up.
Brad, you're not on this trip because you're my bro. I mean, you are my brother, but I mean, like, we're buddies, you know?
Oh my gosh,
Kinda.
that got awkward fast.
We're just out here to fucking hang, cool out, and kick it.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Let's just kick
We're
it. and be
here
like
to
it,
kick
man.
it, dude. We're here to
All right,
hang.
amigo.
That's what the
Cowboys
kids are
always say,
saying
"Ooh,
these days.
Sorry, I'm a little snappy. I'm just. When you medical school would be stressful, you know?
Total shocker.
And man, the long distance thing, with Julia, it's been rough.
Yeah, I gotcha. It must be tough. No worries, man.
The say nothing option is kind of odd. Like, it's interesting that it's there, but it's also like, imagine just having a conversation with somebody, and they're just standing there silently,
Location.
Yeah.
offering you absolutely nothing. I'm not even gonna look at how my relationship was updated. Who even cares about my traits?
So, can I get your input on something?
Yeah, what?
Just, kind of a big thing I'm trying to make a decision about.
About finishing med school?
No, but it's just kind of a big life choice, you know? I don't know what's the right thing to do.
I don't even know what the big life choice is.
You sure you're ready? Give it some thought. Consider all the permutations.
Have I just convinced him to not propose? Julia. That is... there's Sean Ashmore as Conrad. At the very least, he probably doesn't have to shoot as many people as he did in Quantum Break.
Oh, sorry. Connie, this is Alex.
Hey,
What's up, man? Conrad. Watch it, sis. Lady killer, right here.
good to finally meet you, Conrad. This is
It would be
Brad,
ironic
my
if it
little
turns
bro.
out that
Hey.
Alex
Bradley, I feel
kills
like I already
Julia.
know you. I've heard so much about you.
Yeah, likewise.
Also,
Miss me?
Hey, man. Want to crack a cold one with me?
Every second.
That's a lot of seconds, cowboy. I mean, I would have gone with minutes.
does he get seasick?
Yeah. Cool.
Like if you play relaxed, will you still get seasick? I love beer. Beer is good. Have you had the latest beer beverage? I have once had a beer
I like the cut of your
beverage.
ship.
It's jib.
Don't ruin it. You ever do any diving before?
I'm not going to be
No,
dishonest.
actually. Never done it before.
Water virgin. Nice. Hey, we're gonna pop your cherry together. Gonna be gentle.
We're going to gently push you into the ocean as you penetrate the
Where's
waves.
the old crust bucket skipper anyhow?
Fliss. Not exactly somebody I would consider Rust Bucket.
Home, but,
Only two of us are drinking, actually. But I'm sure, like, a specific relationship. Also,
You're selling, I'm buying.
it kind of almost seems like, nope. Like nobody packed anything. Ah, he got seasick.
That's it. Get it all out.
I think that's important to notice. Like, he has his choice to be relaxed or to
Yeah.
realize he's
maybe
seasick,
I
but I
should.
avoided the seasick option, so he tried to...
Oh boy. See those hot pics.
So the dialogue option was there to just kind of cue me in,
About
and I just decided to
here.
ignore it so I could be
Pretty far out of the
cool.
way.
I'm just thinking about backup targets in case we don't find anything on the dive cam.
Listen, to be honest, I've never heard of this wreck you're looking for. Usually these things are crawling with divers.
Yeah. This one's different.
I'm just saying, if it gets too late, I know some nice places where you can just take, you know, a nice dive.
Optimist.
Brad did his homework. If he says the wreck's here, it's here.
Okay, look, you're the client. I'm just saying we don't have unlimited daylight.
Daylight's
Let me go
burning.
find Conrad and Julia with the camera.
Okay, they're only planning to be out here for one day. For a 3-hour tour.
Feast your eyes on this.
A plane?
Brad's calculations were right on the money.
Always bet on Brad.
Yeah, kid's a whiz. We should thank him. Bliss, we found a plane.
Yeah?
Yeah, looks like World War II. We are ready to dive.
Technically, we should call this in to port authorities as an unreported wreck.
Well, technically.
Are you sure you don't want to do this the right way?
Wait, are you saying we shouldn't dive?
The right way. Come on, what is this, kindergarten?
I had to bring it up.
If we just go down and take a look, who's gonna know?
Fine. As long as you're quick. And don't touch anything.
We're going to touch everything.
Can you imagine? Untouched?
These wrecks, unmolested by man.
We should be ready to get you guys in the water in a few.
I'll set up the tanks. The boys will do the final checks. Take a look at the camera. See if you can find anything useful.
Righto.
I was gonna say, the camera didn't really seem
maybe you should
particularly
check on
interactive.
bro.
It just seemed to be like a still photo. So he's looking at that. Do I need...
An opening might be a way in.
I kind of like the additional detail of the cracks on the glass. Is there anything to look at? Just clear skies. Clear waters. Oh, hello. What are you, sir? Are you just buoyant, happily buoyant in the distance? Alright, let's walk around, see if we can talk to anybody.
There's a little gap in the tail. Take a look.
Ah, just photos then. Also, photos can only be swiped to the right, not the left. Alright. Okay, let's hand it back.
Hey.
Hey, back.
Okay, so they cannot interact.
Hey, hey.
Hi, sweetie.
Let's take a look at... Or
You know
just...
how to use that?
I just turned it off, so no.
Not really.
You might want to just let it do its thing.
Turn it back on? Nope, that's not an option. It's too late to back out now. Let's see how Brad is doing. As he was seasick.
What's up? How you doing?
Sorry, that brewski got the better of me.
That's okay.
Hey, all part of the adventure.
You know, getting
Sorry for
drunk,
putting a damper on.
vomiting off the side of the boat,
Took more than that just to screw up the trip. Just get some rest.
that's
Come
just
back when you feel
part of the
better.
story. Oh, I have to wait for Julia to... That's what I'm doing. I'm literally waiting. I thought I was...
I'm not sure Julia left anything on the mainland. This only smelled of
Shroud of Innocence.
At least it made her happy.
Okay, so it's not like you're kind of digging through her things. I mean, it is. But the invasion of privacy might be allowed, considering the fact that they are together. Nope.
Huh. What am I looking at here?
You are looking at a... Oh? Okay, hold on. Let's take a look at that again. Like the totems in Until Dawn, they're very, very quick. So that showed Brad waking up off of the floor inside of his room. It is nighttime. Okay.
Tanks are ready when you are.
Alright. Oh yeah, I can... Oh, hold up. There's her diving instructor ID. Felicity DuBois. DuBois. Alright. Let's go take a dive.
Okay, so this is the rebreather. Way cooler than a regular scuba setup. It takes all that CO2 that you'd normally just exhale into the water, and instead, it gets totally reused. Then it reduces decompression time on your way up. State of the art.
Okay.
Okay, O2 check done. Whoa, eager beaver, you gotta check your O2 first.
Thanks for setting me straight.
Okay, you little clownfishes. I'm gonna go see what Bliss is up to.
You behave, Connie.
You little clownfishes.
Looking for a first mate, Captain.
What is the thing on the right? What is the thing on the left?
I know the way to determine.
You're on camera. I'll take the wheels.
Let's get a before photo.
All right, kids. Good to go. Just remember the rules, please.
Oh, I can take both.
I got the bang stick.
Oh, I heard that about you.
You ever have to use one?
On a shark? Nope.
If I just talked to her, would she claim the bang stick as her own? Sometimes these kind of choose your own adventure games can be kind of mysterious, considering in Until Dawn there was a sequence where you're playing as this kind of boyfriend-girlfriend couple, similar to this.
More or less.
And at one point, like, one of them finds a flare gun, and you have the choice to give the other character the flare gun, and if you give it to them, they will just use it immediately.
Not like they can scan the record.
But if you hold on to it and then lose it again, like, it allows that character to live. It's kind of confusing without looking at the decision tree of how the choices actually affect things.
Let's swim around a little and find a way in.
Also, that's a plane, not a boat. So I wonder when the actual boat will show up.
You fancy a pint with your second in command?
You? are not my second in command.
You're in command.
No.
Fresh and eager cabin boy.
Still a no.
Your well-paying, dashingly handsome, seafaring client is requesting the pleasure of your company over a frosty amber liquid.
Okay, I'm gonna say no.
I have to stay focused on your friends down there.
Pretty nice ride you got here. Where'd you get the cash?
It's a long story. It's complicated and it's really difficult to explain.
Well, I'm a complicated guy. Try me.
Well, it involves at least several trips to the bank and signing of big stacks of paper with large numbers on them.
So you took out a loan.
You know, you're smarter than you look.
If you're interested, maybe my family can make an investment in your business.
That's very kind of you to offer. I suppose we could have that conversation.
If she was,
You know what? I better spend some time keeping the Duke of Milan shipshape.
in ship shape. Ah. And now it's off again?
Weather looks clear. I'll have to keep an eye on those clouds. Uh-oh. It's getting mighty crowded out here.
Manage the boat. Action-packed action. Thank you for watching. Questions, comments, recommendations for something to play next? Comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. So long for now.